From Season 3, Episode 9, the show continues to add layers of mystery, fear, and personal turmoil. As we move closer to the season finale, this episode expands on several key storylines, including Boyd's deteriorating health, Fatima's abduction, and a surprising connection that Tabitha forms with Miranda. Welcome back to your nerdy show. I'm your host, Spoiler Master. While the townsfolk search for the missing Fatima, they are unaware of the even darker forces at work in Fromville. With only one more episode to go, this penultimate episode leaves us with more questions than answers. In this breakdown, we'll explain everything that happened in this crucial episode, piece together the mysteries, and explore the hints about what could come next.
I didn't want to worry.
You should have told me.
I'm telling.
Ellis learns about Boyd's health struggles. The episode kicks off with a high-stakes moment. Ellis and Boyd searching the town for Fatima, who has mysteriously gone missing from the shed they had planned to hide her in. They had hoped to keep Fatima safe while the situation in Fromville calmed down. But when they arrive at the shed and find it empty, they realize that something far more dangerous is afoot. They search the nearby woods and the edges of town, desperately calling for her, but there's no sign of Fatima anywhere. While searching, Boyd suddenly experiences intense pain in his hands and legs. He stumbles, clutching his body in agony. Ellis, concerned for his father, questions Boyd about his health, and Boyd initially insists that he's fine. However, it becomes clear that something is seriously wrong. Boyd, in a moment of vulnerability, finally confesses to Ellis that he's developing Parkinson's disease. Boyd explains that he has been experiencing symptoms for some time, but he had kept it from Ellis. His father had suffered from the same disease, and Boyd didn't want to burden his son with the truth. Ellis is hurt that Boyd kept this from him, but he understands Boyd's reasons. The emotional weight of the revelation is palpable as Boyd knows that his condition will only get worse, leading to immobility and, in this unforgiving world, eventual death. Boyd also shares how the monsters have been tormenting him mentally. He recounts how the creatures made him abandon Randall and witnessed them torturing Tian Chen. He believes that the monsters' attacks on his psyche have been intentional, meant to mock him. Boyd questions whether Fatima's current disappearance, her pregnancy, and the evil growing inside her are all part of the monsters' twisted plan to humiliate him further. Ellis tries to comfort his father, assuring him that none of this is his fault, but Boyd remains unconvinced. Their emotional conversation is interrupted when a monster, disguised as a human nurse, appears outside the sheriff's office. The creature taunts Boyd, mimicking the gesture of holding a gun to her head, as if suggesting that Boyd should end his own life due to his failures. The monster's cruel mockery strikes a nerve, but Ellis manages to intervene and calm Boyd down. This disturbing encounter shows just how personal the monster's vendetta against Boyd has become, leaving us questioning what they truly want from him.
Anything about what Fatima did.
Donna's decision regarding Fatima. Back at Colony House, Donna, who has been grappling with her own moral dilemmas, finds herself at a crossroads regarding Fatima's situation. Earlier in the season, Donna was determined to expose Fatima's role in Tilly's death to the townsfolk. She believed that it was necessary to warn everyone about the dangerous baby growing inside Fatima, a monster that could potentially destroy them all. However, as Donna reflects on Fatima's kindness and how much she has contributed to Colony House, helping everyone with the marijuana crops, Donna begins to reconsider her stance. A flashback reveals the townsfolk celebrating the anniversary of Fatima's arrival in Fromville, where Donna praises her for her helpfulness and how she made everyone feel welcomed. These memories prompt Donna to change her mind. She realizes that while Fatima did commit a terrible act, she was not in control of her actions, influenced by the demonic forces inside her. Donna ultimately decides to protect Fatima, even though it means going against her original plan. She gathers the townsfolk and tells them that Fatima has gone missing, but she omits the detail about the murder. Donna suggests that Fatima was abducted and that something sinister is behind her disappearance. Some of the townsfolk question whether Fatima might be responsible for the deaths, but they agree to organize search parties and look for her. This shift in Donna's approach shows her empathy and her recognition of Fatima's humanity, even in a world where survival often forces people to make hard, heartless choices. It's a moment of growth for Donna, who realizes that saving Fatima is more important than exposing the truth, at least for now.
What do you want from me?
Fatima's abduction by Elgin. Meanwhile, Fatima's situation becomes increasingly dire as she is revealed to have been taken captive by Elgin. Having fallen under the influence of the kimono-wearing ghost, Elgin now believes that the spirit is trying to help the people of Fromville escape their cursed existence. The ghost has convinced Elgin that Fatima's role in the town's salvation is tied to the demonic child growing inside her. Elgin, now fully committed to the spirit's guidance, abducts Fatima and locks her away in an underground cellar. He reassures her that she should not panic and that she has an important role to play in the survival of the town. Elgin feeds Fatima bags of his own blood, telling her that it will nourish her and prepare her for the birth of the demon child. Though Fatima is repulsed by the idea, she eventually succumbs to the hunger and consumes the blood. In a disturbing turn, Fatima's pregnancy progresses rapidly after she drinks the blood. Her belly grows at an alarming rate, showing that the demon child is near birth. Elgin believes that this is the key to the townspeople's salvation, and he seems willing to do whatever it takes to ensure that Fatima fulfills her role. However, Fatima isn't willing to accept her fate quietly. She frees herself from the chains that bound her to the bed and attempts to escape, but Elgin catches her and drags her back to the cellar. As Elgin joins the search party, continuing his public role as a concerned townsfolk, Fatima makes another discovery. There's a trapdoor beneath the dirt in the cellar. She begins digging and uncovers the hidden passage, hoping for an escape. However, just as she tries to open the trapdoor, the kimono-wearing spirit appears once again. It pins her down, covering her mouth with its hand. The spirit's intentions are unclear. Does it want to protect Fatima, or is it trying to end her life before the demon is born? The spirit's cryptic actions only add to the confusion, leaving us unsure of what it truly wants.
Stop it! Leave me alone!
Sarah's visions and Fatima's fate. Sarah, another key character, has been experiencing strange visions for some time. These visions appear to be growing more intense, and in this episode, she reveals to Boyd and Ellis that she has had a vision of Fatima. The voices that have been speaking to her during her episodes provide her with a disturbing premonition. Fatima is nearby, in an incredibly frightened state, and the voices mock the idea that Ellis and Boyd will be able to find her in time. Sarah's premonition casts a dark shadow over the chances of Fatima being rescued. The voices suggest that her fate is sealed and no one will be able to reach her before it's too late. This adds a layer of dread and urgency to the ongoing search as the townsfolk work to locate Fatima, unaware that the monsters may already have control over her. Sarah's visions further deepen the mystery surrounding the supernatural forces at play in Fromville. The voices, which once made Sarah commit heinous acts, are now seemingly warning the town of an impending disaster. Whether Sarah is being manipulated or genuinely receiving messages from a higher power is still unclear, but her visions continue to be a key narrative thread that connects the town's fate to the mysterious forces controlling it.
You're supposed to be my friend.
I am your friend.
Victor's encounter with the boy in white. Meanwhile, Victor has his own haunting experience in this episode. Consumed by guilt over his role in his mother's death, Victor goes into the forest and encounters the boy in white. The boy, who now appears older and slightly different, warns Victor not to harm the faraway tree, a mysterious and symbolic location in the forest. The boy's cryptic words hint at a larger cosmic change taking place in Fromville. He suggests that the weather, the harvest, and the very fabric of the town's existence are being altered by these changes. Despite the boy's efforts to help, he doesn't provide any concrete answers. Instead, he urges Victor to listen and to understand that everything is changing. This interaction is both unsettling and enigmatic, as it hints at an impending transformation for the people of Fromville. Tabitha's connection to Miranda. The final twist of the episode is the most perplexing. Tabitha, who has been experiencing strange sensations and visions throughout the episode, touches Victor's shoulder in an attempt to comfort him. This seemingly small gesture triggers a powerful vision. Tabitha is suddenly transported into a memory of Miranda's past, witnessing the moment when Miranda was killed by the smiley creature monster. As Tabitha experiences these memories, she realizes that she has formed a connection with Miranda. possibly through some form of psychic link. The memory is vivid, and Tabitha feels as though she is reliving the traumatic moment of Miranda's death. This connection raises several questions. Why is Tabitha having these visions? Is she channeling Miranda's spirit, or is she somehow tied to her fate? This eerie connection between Tabitha and Miranda leaves viewers wondering whether Tabitha has a larger role to play in the upcoming battle between the monsters and the residents of Fromville. The vision hints that Tabitha may have a deeper, more personal connection to the mysteries of the town than we've seen so far.
I love you so much.
Our nerdy thoughts. From Season 3, Episode 9 is a chilling, suspenseful episode that builds on the show's complex web of supernatural and personal conflicts. With Boyd struggling with his health, Fatima trapped in a sinister plan, and Tabitha forming an unsettling link with Miranda, the stakes have never been higher. As we head into the season finale, the characters' fates are hanging in the balance. What will happen to Fatima? What is the true nature of the kimono-wearing spirit? And what does Tabitha's connection to Miranda mean for the future of Fromville? There's only one more episode to go, and we can only hope to get answers to these questions. So this was for today's folks. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more from breakdowns, theories, and explanations. See you in our next video. Till then, bye-bye and take care.
No, what the heck, I'll laugh anyway.